Hey, RetconRaider here, with special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Dragon Matrix 7, Mathew Smith, Revenant, Alois, Drakiith, Eerie V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Nathan Welch Jr., RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder Through the Ashes. As today we continue trying our hand at being amateur spelunkheads. I believe that's the industry term for pseudo-professional amateur spelunking, but don't check me on that. That said, we've got a clear blood trail off to the right. I think we'll avoid that for now, and instead focus on checking out this body on the far side of the river. I am very curious now if we can actually get a rapier off that thing. That would be fantastic. Oh, and also we will call Bamir in to help us with the bridge. I don't think there's any downside there, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, thank goodness. That slow wind-up had me thinking they were going to throw some sort of twist at us. Like he'd throw out his back, or otherwise hurt himself or something. This DLC is definitely keeping me on edge. But centipedes. Centipedes we can handle.
This will be quick.
I feel like it would have been quicker if you had actually landed that hit. But it's fine. We've got this. We'll hold for a moment. Give Record one more clear shot. Nice. Whoops.
Don't hold back.
Slight ding on Aiden. I clicked on the wrong centipede for our second shot. Meant to go for the one higher in the timeline. Expeditious retreat. Not what I was hoping for, but I guess that'll come in handy. Alright, let's push a bit further down, see where this takes us. Help! They're going to eat me! Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, we'll take care of it, I guess. Nice. And engage. Yes.
Strike!
I barely managed to find the way out of these stinking tunnels, only to be almost eaten alive. Thank you. Come with me. I'll show you the way out. Oh, well, I mean, I was really hoping to hit level 2 before we moved on, but... yeah, we'll give it a peek.
One with the shadows.
One with the shadows. Reminds me of an old D&D campaign I ran like 20 plus years ago, early 3rd edition, Sunless Citadel. Dwarven rogue tried to hide in shadows in a room infested with undead shadows. He died. Also, I really wish we'd gotten to talk to this guy before we just started blindly following him. Because now I'm wondering if he's a cultist trying to lure us into another ambush or something. Here we go. Oh. Alright, so not a traitor then. Sorry. I didn't even realize Pathfinder had gelatinous cubes. Only challenge rating 4, that's not bad. A bit beefy, 50 hit points. But mediocre stats, low AC. Immune to disease, stunned, critical hits, precision, electricity, and acid. Can't be tripped, obviously. Damage output's pretty low. No acid damage? Fetid stench. Emits a stink aura that has a chance to nauseate nearby foes. Ooh. Immune to slashing and piercing. So that means Reckert's bow and Sir Brown's dagger are both useless. And chance for disease. Gotcha. Not a great start, but we'll take it. And let's switch Sir Brown off to the torch. Probably a good idea to have that on someone anyway.
You should have run!
Nice. Yeah, let's get everyone in there.
You're going down!
Better.
This will hurt! Die! Oh, got you!
Get out of here, you square. Man, so that actually went pretty well for us, considering that overly traumatic build-up. But I guess if this is the way out, they wouldn't want to gatekeep it with anything too powerful. That would be the 8-legged god of death we passed earlier, and whatever's at the end of that bone-strewn blood trail. Rusty longsword. Standard longsword, -2 to hit. I like that. I mean, useless to us, of course, but I do love how much they're leaning into the whole low-power adventurer thing. That was always my favorite stuff to run back when I used to still actively dungeon master. In Search of the Unknown, Sunless Citadel, Caves of Chaos. Idols of the Rat King? That was Dungeon Crawl Classics. They did a lot of good work. I had a lot more fun running that stuff than I did the mid-level or high-level stuff. And there's our exit. Wow. Ooh, let's hold off on that. See if we can find some lockpicks. So obviously we're not leaving just yet. Even though we could. Because we've got plenty of caves left to explore here. We've got that second sewer section there. Plus whatever's at the end of this blood trail. And the eight-legged god of death. Oh, greater monitor lizard. I notice they tucked this one under this outcropping here. Presumably to stop us from raining death on it from above. They threw one of those at us pretty early back in the main campaign, too. They're tough, but not insurmountable. Oh man, look at those physical stats. Power attack. Very high AC. Very high defenses in general, minus maybe will. Oh my goodness, look at that damage output. Yeah, that would kill most of our guys in one shot. And that is in addition to poison, of course it is. That's strength damage, if I recall correctly. You know what? If we were down there with it, I would definitely balk at engaging, but we're up here, and I think we can cheese this. They obviously set up this outcrop with the intent of shielding it from range fire, but we have a couple of acid vials. If we splash it for even a single point of damage, then that would theoretically trigger combat, and if it can't find its way up to us, we can just pick it off at our leisure. And if it finds its way up to us, then we'll have at least inflicted some damage before it slaughters us. Here we go.
This might be my last.
We can't just shoot through this outcropping. Silly me. Here I was assuming that terrain would actually block lines of fire. It also does appear to have a way up.
Don't hold back!
I got this.
Strike! It's you or me.
And he's off. Okay, so he's going all the way around. Interesting.
You should have run!
That might actually work in our favor, because if he does come up here, then we could theoretically use this other route to circle back down to the bottom and just keep kiting him and firing at him while he tries to catch up. Okay, now he's going back this way. Okay, he's stuck. I mean, there are clearly paths. The pathfinding is showing us a route. Multiple routes, really. For whatever reason, the lizard just doesn't want to take them. If this were Celesta, and we had a proper sort of grid-based verticality system going, that thing would have gone right up the wall at us. Because in real life, monitor lizards do climb. I did see that Rogue Trader, the other Owlcat game currently under development, is getting a square grid turn-based tactical combat system. That's one step closer to a Celesta-style cube-based system.
This will hurt!
Damn you!
And down it goes. I would feel bad about that if I weren't starting to get an idea of just how unforgivingly brutal this DLC is. It's fine. I'm sure they'll offset our brief, cheesy win with something even more brutal and horrifying soon enough. Okay, let's not tempt fate by venturing into the unknown just yet. We'll circle around the long way, loot this thing's lair. Cannot hide in shadows. Enemies are near. Are you sure?
Using clever tactics now.
Okay, stealth system's broken. I'll have to reset at some point. Hopefully that'll fix it. The remains of a terrible feast of some large, extremely dangerous animal. You don't say. Oh, come on, Kanos. Alright, let's see what we got in the den. First aid kit. And enlarged person. Okay. Again, still kind of hoping we'd find some real gear out here, but at least this stuff's useful. Let's go grab that dagger. Push the stone. Oh, that's clearly how we were supposed to fight the monitor lizard. We were supposed to lure it up this path and then crush it with that rock. Oh my goodness. Are you... I told you it was just a matter of time before they threw something even worse at us. That's even worse than the infamous spider cave in Kingmaker. Because we're still level 1. And you would be minimum level 2 by the time you hit the spider cave. Wait. The interaction point is like behind the gate, not on the gate itself. So how do we... Oh, I see. Okay. It's a beam wedged in place, holding it shut from the other side. So we have to somehow get in there to open the door and get back out? Which implies we have to fight the spider swarm if we want to get in there. Oh boy. This DLC. But that looks like a mongrel village.
Got it.
21 XP. And 300 more to go. We're almost there. Alright, let's check this out. Millorn. Not a name we know. Could be friend or foe. Hey, who's there? The dwarf's tangled red hair is matted with slime of dubious origin, and there are strands of web and an odd spider-like caught in his beard. Countless bags, test tubes, and alchemical tools hang off the belts that crisscross his body, and a large, ugly purple growth mars his neck. Who's making noise up there? Are you the ones making this racket? I assure you, we mean you no harm. Who are you, friend? You are asking who I am. Perhaps it's I who should ask you who you are. The dwarf scoffs indignantly and stares you down with his piercing green eyes. The growth on his neck opens a third eye and looks at you with even more suspicion than the first two. Are you inquisitors? Investigators? Tax collectors? I fled underground to get away from you bloodsuckers, but you followed me here? Get lost. Millorn Brower owes you nothing. Wait, you're Millorn Brower? Oh wow. Everybody thought you died when your laboratory got blown sky high. As if. Did you really think Millorn would be hoist with his own petard like a ham-fisted apprentice? Not going to happen. The alchemist scoffs. I blew up my laboratory when those parasites decided to seal it up. The investigators can bugger off, and so can the taxmen. There's something on your neck, friend. Perhaps you should have that looked at? Oh, this? The dwarf smiles tenderly, plucking the meaty growth from his neck and scratching it like a little critter. It opens its eye and purrs happily. Meet Quinny, my dear companion. That's short for quintessence, and she is very smart. Who's a smart girl, Quinny? You're a smart girl. Yes, you are. Have a treat. The alchemist untangles a dead spider from his beard, feeds it to his pet, and sticks the growth back on his neck. Okay, so that happened. How have you survived down here? Actually, I like it better here than in town. The place is roomy, the food is plentiful, and the ingredients for my experiments grow underfoot. Best of all, there are no busybodies to get on my nerves, asking what I'm brewing or demanding I give them money. Did you build this place yourself? If so, it's very impressive. Mongrels used to live here. You know, the horned boogeymen from the old wives' tales about monsters that lurk underground. It turns out the tales were true after all. They are fine people, by the way. They keep themselves to themselves. I trade with them once in a while. I didn't drive them away from here, if that's what you're asking. The cave was already abandoned when I came here, so I made myself at home. Waste not, want not. Right. Well, you should probably know. Canabras is under siege by demons. The Guardians are dead. The city is ablaze. It is? Ha 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 ha! The dwarf guffaws, slapping his thighs. Good riddance. They drove me out, and now the demons are here, and they have nothing to defend themselves with. I bet they regret missing out on my bombs. Well, it's too late now. I'm not going back. So don't bother asking. Noted. And what of us, friend? We just escaped cultists and are in dire need of proper equipment. Perhaps you could help us with that? Could I? Of course I could. I have plenty of stuff. Some of it I dug up, some was carried here by the river, some of it I got through trade. Except that does not mean I will share it. Giving out supplies for free would be too much. I crawled underground to get away from the beggars like you. And now you're pestering me even here? Ha! But I guess we could trade. I will take your gold and don't even try to bargain. If you haven't got any money, we can barter. Do you know mushrooms? The yellowish ones that glow very tiny on thin little stalks? You can use them to brew so many wonderful concoctions. Bring them to me, and I will pay you in solid gold. Oh, that's what the cavern mushrooms are for. I was trying to figure that out. And that is a terrible idea. That would be the quickest way to drive him off or get him to turn on us. Not sure about Langrat, though. I don't know if he really strikes me as a music lover, but of the two options here, that's definitely the better one. Very well, friend. Let's barter. Now you're talking. Oh, armor. And shields and weapons. But I noticed he was not shy about jacking up his prices. That's triple book price? Oh, does he have a rapier? He does, at 60 gold. What a deal. Crafting ingredients. We're not really set up for that, and we couldn't afford to buy that kit even if we were. So we'll sell him our mushrooms, and we'll sell him our brewing ingredients. Plus our weapons and vendor trash, and that should hopefully give us enough for a rapier, a buckler, and 2 sets of leather. Wait a minute, does he not buy vendor trash? But he will buy the mushrooms, 20 gold each, which gets us to 93. Alright, let's hit the pause button real quick. I'm going to do some finagling and see what we can work out here. We'll be right back. And we're back. So, yeah, it turns out Millorn here will only purchase potions or those cave mushrooms. We already sold the cave mushrooms, those are about 20 gold a pop. But I did sell both of our inflict potions, which got us a very trivial amount, 2, maybe 4 gold. That was, however, still enough for us to purchase 2 items. We picked up leather armor, and we picked up a rapier for Sir Brown, which, you know, was a very pricey purchase, but that lets him fight at his full potential, a net +4 damage per swing. Technically, the leather armor's for him too, but we've got mage armor running on him, so until that wears off, we'll let someone else wear it. Now, Millorn still has a couple of riskier dialogue options, so let's have a peek at those. You again. What else do you want? You loiterers are breathing my air. What, are you going to charge us for that too? My friend, I can't help but notice your prices seem to be a bit on the high side. You don't like my prices? The dwarf gestures at the empty cave around you. Feel free to browse, talk to the other merchants. I'm sure they'll give you a discount. Ha ha ha. I'm going to punch you right in the face. Very well. How about this? Perhaps we could work out a barter in services instead of goods. One of our associates is a world-renowned musician. Perhaps he could perform for you? Assuming you enjoy music. Music, you say? That's nice. I say my ears deserve a treat. The silence here makes them sad. Bring me your fiddler and let him scrape away. Lovely. If there's one thing you can't find underground, it's good music. I even shed a tear. Well done, lad. Here's a little something for your effort. That's enough to get us a buckler. Very nice. I think our next goal will be that hide armor for Kanos. And a light or heavy shield. Alright, we've already got another cavern mushroom in sight, so let's see if we can find our way down to that thing. Now that we know they're worth 20 gold apiece. Oh, and that's where we came in. That's, yeah, that's where the eight-legged god of death awaits. That's a nice shortcut. Which means we are headed for the elevator. So we can get to that mushroom right over there. And you just know there's going to be something guarding it. Oh, come on. Gosh darn it. I am really starting to wish I'd gone fire or electricity with Aiden. That would have made this so much easier. I mean, these things aren't exceptionally tough, but I don't think we really have much in the way of attacks that can hurt them. This is a diminutive swarm, which means it's immune to all conventional weapon damage. Only elemental damage, or spell damage, can hurt it. See, I went Earth on Aiden, because I knew we'd eventually be going up against demons, and I didn't want to saddle him with an element that would be useless against those. But that's really coming back to bite us now. Same with not having an arcane blaster. I low prioritized that because, in theory, we're supposed to have a sorcerer joining us at some point. I just have no idea when that will actually happen. Okay, so what do we have to work with here? We have 2 vials of acid. That's 7 damage on average, 3.5 per. If we hadn't used our 3rd vial on that lizard, that might have been enough. You know, assuming the dice actually cooperated. As it stands, it would be much riskier. It could theoretically work with 2 vials, but the odds are against us. If that failed, our options would be pretty limited. We have the Ever-Burning Torch, which is only 1 fire damage per swing, so obviously not ideal. And then we have 2 Fire Scrolls on Aiden, which requires UMD checks, average 21 difficulty. And we currently have a +8. Let's see if we can find more empty bottles. I'll feel a lot better about this if we can go into it with more acid grenades. And there's that other swarm we glimpsed earlier. There's probably something hidden over there, but there's more immediately visible loot in the area below. So 2d6 damage. Average would be 7 damage. Not enough to get the job done, but it would put us within range of a single acid vial or burning hands. Yeah, alright, I guess we're doing this. I don't see any other options. We'll knock out the swarm down below, we'll grab the loot, and that might actually be how we get to this section of sewer over here as well. Which might give us what we need to take out the other swarm. What was this? Oh, that's the super lock chest. 30% chance to open. Right. I'm sorry, I'm just dragging my feet at this point. I really don't want to fight swarms. But we must. We need more loot. We need more XP. Actually, is there another way to get to this area over here? There could be a secret passage back there. But this does feel like the more obvious route. No, we'll go down. All right, Aiden. We're counting on you here, buddy. Hey! Slightly anticlimactic, but we will absolutely take it. Aiden, you are a legend. In theory, that leaves us enough to take out the other swarm as well. 2 acid vials and a burning hands. Average 9.5 damage. But if we run into a third swarm down here, I will cry.
This will be quick.
Nice shot.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
And that was a nice shot. Hold. Whoop. Nice.
You're going down.
Even nicer. Yes, yes. Fantastic.
Using clever tactics now?
And more mushrooms. So 2 mushrooms. That's 40 gold plus the 5 we already have. That's hide armor. Man, that was actually pretty painless. Oh my gods, no. Owlcat, I hate you. Okay, I guess we're going this way then. Nope.
It's done.
Not great either, but slightly better. Plus more acid, but we need more bottles. Maybe Millorn sells bottles. I don't think I actually checked that. Alright, folks. Well, I would like to go cry, but we've got 5 minutes left on the clock, so I guess we're fighting more spiders. Yay! Hold the line.
It's you or me.
Okay, okay. Let's push Grim up. Okay, immediate regrets. Ow. Hold. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, now you can move up.
Die!
Grim, you are killing me. And never mind, you're down.
Don't hold back!
Let's hear you cry!
Guys.
Run them through!
Could really use some hits here.
You're not a threat. You're an obstacle.
Thank you. And we live to fight another day. Albeit slightly more ineffective than we already were. Cool. That's the kind of negative growth we like to see.
It's time to act!
And yeah, we'll burn off a couple of cures. We'll have to rest soon anyway. So, acid, but no container. But we will take that XP.
Got it!
Aw, I was hoping we could cheese it for extra XP. And we got some mushrooms. And a decorated scabbard, which is literally worthless down here because he will not buy that. That's 25 gold. We could buy a shield. But I'd rather hold out for hide. And that is the 8-legged god of death. Death on 8 legs. Right. We've circled all the way back to where we started. We're just on the other side now. Dry bones, tattered webs. It looks like a layer of a giant spider is straight ahead. You don't say. I never would have guessed. Alright folks, I'm about spidered out right now, so let's hit the pause button for now. I'm going to go spend some time recuperating, and we will pick up here next time. I'll see you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, you can find out more about the game and the DLC by visiting the official websites. And if you'd like to help support the channel, feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon, the YouTube memberships, or the Nexus GG page. Links are in the description.
It's time to act!